Now, the war between cyclists and motorists is about to get even more heated.
After being attacked with a slingshot while riding, two mates from Perth have invented a new weapon to catch dangerous drivers in the act. One close call, another act of intimidation. This motorist blasts his horn for 38 seconds straight. These are just a few incidences caught on a new camera. It's not the first time riders have filmed the near misses and dangerous driving, but this tail light device captures what the cyclists can't see behind them, including number plates. The Fly 6 attaches to the back of the bike, where accidents are 4 times more deadly than those that can be responded to visually. The invention is aimed at improving safety and encouraging courtesy on the roads.
Yes, cyclists and motorists, always a hot topic. The inventors, Andrew Hagan and Kingsley Figett, join us now. Hi, guys. Now, Andrew, you've raised a massive $200,000 towards this project in just 1 month. Did you think you'd get so much support? Is it all from cyclists?
Well, thanks, Andrew. It's been overwhelming, to be honest. The enthusiasm from the cycling community, in particular the community internationally, has just been absolutely overwhelming, and we're certainly hoping that through this Kickstarter campaign that the Australian public and the Australian community can get behind us as well.
Kingsley, you came up with this idea after, this is quite unbelievable, a guy came up beside you and hit you in the face with a slingshot while you were on your bike.
He hit me in the butt, actually.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong information. How common, still would have heard, I imagine, how common are acts of intimidation like this, pretty extreme, on the road?
Absolutely. They're a lot more prevalent than you'd think, actually. Most cyclists that I speak to have had some kind of object thrown at them or some kind of negative incident on the roads. Indeed.
I mean, this is an ongoing battle, it seems, between cyclists and motorists. And I can hear people now saying, well, you know, cyclists, they're always breaking the rules, they're never following the lane markings, they're always going through red lights, etc. And that's probably true of some cyclists, just as it's true that some motorists are aggressive. So your cameras are really for that limited range of incidents where those two things intersect, right?
That's exactly right. Certainly not all motorists by any means. Most of them are quite comfortable with the cyclists being on the road. They believe they've got a right to be there and to get home to their families.
What kind of response, Andrew, do you think you'll get from motorists to this camera?
Well, we're hoping that motorists will find it a good thing. I mean, most motorists who do the right thing aren't worried about speed cameras when they go past because they're doing the right thing, and this will be the same. You know, it's really only to capture those small percentage of motorists that perhaps aren't paying attention or perhaps don't give enough respect for cyclists. And I think you're right, Andrew. You know, it's not all motorists, and it's certainly not all cyclists.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well, thanks, fellas. It certainly looks like one terrific way of trying to see what's going on there.
What do you think about that, Brett? You're our resident cyclist.
Well, I think the camera's probably a good idea, just so things are on the record, because if you get two different sides of what happened, you never get a clear picture. A couple of things, like I've done over 200 Ks on the road this weekend on the bike, so I've been out there a fair bit. I reckon there's a general aggro on the road that is getting more and more so, and it's car to car, and it's bike to car, and it's car to bike. It's everything, you know? I just wish we'd get back to the good old Australian way of sitting back and in traffic just saying, there you go, mate. You know, you go, rather than trying to force our way in, and you know, we just all need to chill a bit more.
Of courtesy.
Yeah, and it's dangerous.
But look, Brett, I know, I have to admit, I get very frustrated from time to time by cyclists who are on the road. I know bike lanes aren't everywhere, but they're right in the middle of the lane. They obviously can't go as fast as the traffic. And I do subscribe to that. They're not paying registration fees. If you hit them, they're going to come off second best, even if they're in the wrong. I don't know. This is a tricky one.
And
I
would
get
there
very
be
annoyed.
more respect if, like motorcyclists, they were registered? And then would everyone respect them
you
more?
can do that, and this comes up every time. It just economically doesn't work. It's been looked at a million times.
The studies show it doesn't.
It's a disaster. You know, it creates a big administration, no result. But we've just got to be patient, a little bit safer, all of us on the road, you know, and just chill a bit, I reckon.
I'll try.
You know what my bugbear at the moment? When someone in the traffic has obviously got the irrits with the person in front of them, they just lean on their horn and everyone around them, every pedestrian on the street, for 100 metres around, has to live with that blasting horn because that motorist's irritation is much more important than the peaceful enjoyment of life of everyone else
That's
around them. Incredible.
And it's like, if you look, there are bad bike riders, and there are bad drivers, and there are bad truck drivers and bus drivers. That, you know,
Yeah.
everyone just
Into.
breaks.